Hey everyone, it's Jay from PokeVenture, and today is a bit of a different video because I am constantly watching some of my peers and in the industry, I guess you call them colleagues, so to speak, YouTubers that are PokeTubers, Pokemon YouTubers, whatever you want to call them, that like these videos are just so negative, so toxic, and it's just on and on and on. And I totally understand that everybody's got their own opinion, and I'm not trying to flame them in any kind of way. I'm not trying to start any kind of issues or anything. At the end of pretty much every single one of their videos, they say, if you have any thoughts or leave your comment down below or tell me what you think. Well, this is, my video telling you what I think. And the first kind of PokeTuber and one of the most infamous, obviously, that I do like, and he does have some great content, is PokeRev. And he recently released a video saying that Destined Rivals, which is coming out in about a week, might be the worst Pokemon set ever released. He's saying he absolutely hates it, and you should too. And don't buy the set, and in fact, you should avoid it at all costs because it's terrible. And he doesn't even like Team Rocket anymore. So I kind of was thinking, okay, he's just kidding around, and maybe he is. Maybe I'm misinterpreting this video, but I watched the video and I didn't see anything like, oh, I'm just kidding or whatever. And I'm just like, how can you start a video off like that? And this is where I'm kind of prompted to respond and sort of I want everybody to know where my stance is and my content, my channel. You guys have to understand that Pokemon, just like any other industry, has, its good and its bad, and it's not immune to things where there may be people, lie, cheat, stealing kind of thing. Of course, right? Just like any industry, it's susceptible to these kinds of things. There's a lot of money involved these days in Pokemon, and so that's just going to happen. But to embellish on that and be an ambassador for this like negativity and toxicness is just not something that I'm going to be doing for my channel. And once again, I'm not saying that these guys that I'm going to be talking about here, that's the main point of their channels or anything like that, but it's just extremely disappointing. Like I'm really disappointed. These guys are very creative guys, and they have excellent character for their channels, and they really do a great job with so many different topics and covering news and updates. Like I get a lot of information from them, a lot of inspiration from them, but this is just not what my channel is going to be about. And I'm not trying to be a justice warrior. I'm not trying to be the right person or anything like that. Nobody's perfect. I'm certainly not. But I want to try and keep things positive. Pokemon, the message is friends, family, trying to be better, sharing experiences, adventure. That's been their baseline motto for ever, basically. So, and that's one of the main reasons why I really do enjoy the hobby and I enjoy Pokemon itself. And so to say that it's going to be the worst setup ever, so I'm not going to go into every single detail and stuff like that, but I mean, that's just hilarious because this booster box is already, 265. Yeah, maybe it dips down to 200 and stuff like that, but let's be honest. I mean, there's Mewtwo, there's Team Rocket stuff, tons of great cards here that haven't been released in a long time. And yeah, the artwork could be a little bit better on some of the cards, but when you look at a set, for example, like Scarlet and Violet, I mean, this set isn't the most exciting type of set, but still a good set. It's got its hit cards, stuff like that, but it's not as exciting. It doesn't have as many things surrounding it, which I'm going to get into. But Team Rocket, right, is just they're such a presence, and people love the Team Rocket cards. And Mewtwo, these are big, big, big Pokemon that have been around for a long, long time. And I feel like it totally, totally, totally smashes Scarlet Violet. That Destined Rivals will definitely outperform. But Scarlet Violet, once again, like I'm not just trying to be an only positive person here, but like it being one of the more not exciting sets, still like I mean 111% return. Okay, so it's going to be the worst, Pokemon set ever released. No way, not a chance. I totally disagree with that, but I think you guys should buy it, and I think that every set, it's great to try and buy it if you can in some form, whether it's a pack or cards, whatever you can do, booster box, cases, to experience it, right? If you really truly enjoy it, and of course if you can afford it. But the cards and the enjoyment of it, it's always there in every set for me. That's why I totally disagree with this. The Team Rocket set, and I'm very shocked he's saying this, and he's saying he doesn't even like Team Rocket anymore. Now, I don't even know if he's actually being honest about this, because it seems kind of ludicrous. Like, they literally for this set released a briefcase. Like a briefcase. I mean, he's got a video out. I think it's something like, "Oh, it wasn't what I expected," or some negative stuff again. But not all of his videos, of course, are negative in nature. But this is really cool. I mean, imagine if each set had some type of cool item like this that really was pushed along with the set. I didn't see that for Surging Sparks. I didn't see that for Scarlet Violet. I didn't see that for Temporal Forces, Paradox Rift, Fusion Strike. Like, right? So that's one thing right there. And the other thing is the apparel. Like, we got a whole lineup of apparel on the Pokemon Center site. I mean, socks, skateboards, like everything, jackets, hats. Like, this is crazy for a set. So I think that Destined Rivals is going to be an awesome set. I think the artwork's great. Yes, they could have done better, of course, right? We can always critique, but I think it's going to outperform many, many, many sets. So I totally disagree. The second PokeTuber or Pokemon YouTuber that I was shocked, and getting disappointed with here is PokeNE. So he was like kind of one of the first people that really inspired me, and one of his most recent videos is the real reason why you won't find Black Bolt a White Flare, which is one of the sets that's coming out in a couple months. And of course you're not going to find it right now, but there's some kind of mafia type organization that's distributors are trying to make money ahead of time and this and that kind of stuff, and it's because of them, it's all their fault. First of all, it's not released. Of course you're not going to find it, so there's just that, right? But I'm watching the video, I'm trying to get the content, I'm trying to consume the content, make sure giving it a fair shot, watching what he's talking about. And at the end I'm like, okay, well, the title is the real reason why you won't find Black Bolt White Flare, but in the end of the stream he says, well, there wasn't any lessons to be learned here other than SHIT's crazy. And so it's basically just to say, like, this hobby is just so dark and it's nuts, like it's hard to get a wrap on it. Once again, it's just like a lot of negativity. I mean, if ever any of these folks watch this video, which I doubt, but if any do, or if you guys are fans of them, like, these guys are awesome. They can come up with very creative, awesome content. Being toxic like this and being negative like this on the hobby, it's not helping, right? It's not helping. I want to try and maintain as much positivity as possible. And yeah, if there's negative stuff, and I just literally talked about that because we're doing the Tyranitar giveaway, and one of the boxes, like box 3, I just halfway through, one of the subscribers, I think it's Enchanting Gaming, so thank you, sir, for pointing that out, or ma'am, hey, the box is resealed. Okay, well, you know what? That's on me. I took the risk. It's resealed. I didn't notice till halfway through. Sorry about that, but I'm still going to be giving away the cards, and we're still pulling some cards, and the next box looks great to me. It's from a different vendor, so right, you just kind of like move on. But anyway, the other one is Nostalgianomics. So his most recent videos, the hobby has real problems. Let me tell you something. This hobby, of course, has problems, but have you looked at other hobbies? Have you looked at other workplaces, environments, industries, and the scale and the problems that they have? I mean, I'm just going to leave it right there. I mean, let's just put a pin in that. But it's just, once again, and Nostalgianomics is so great with statistics, and he's got so much energy. He's got a lot of knowledge. He's been in it for a long time. Once again, like, super awesome. But that's all you can do with the video? I mean, like, and yeah, all the videos aren't like that, but like, why that why any video, right? Clickbait and stuff like that. Yeah, okay, I guess. And in his particular case, it's not like his viewership's exploding or anything. PokeNE's really taking off, but it's just, where's the positivity, right? So, the last one is Alpha Investments. Now, Rudy is known for being brash and more aggressive and upfront and honest. And one of his videos, once again with Pokemon, that it's possibly pathetic. He's trying to make some jokes and stuff like that. And in the video, he's talking about how, like, if you just buy a set each set that comes out just a little bit and hold on to it, like that's your retirement. You don't need to be kind of flipping and doing this and that. Just stick with the plan. Well, that's great. I mean, he's got whatever 100 million plus position, of course, right? He's got his members and they have to buy certain products and stuff like that. I know he's putting a pause on for Pokemon for a month or so or whatever. I was paying for the Patreon to learn more and chat with him and stuff like that. And the amount of drops and how much you could get and stuff like that, the numbers for me, it just didn't make any sense. So I dropped off. And it's funny because literally the next week he made a video saying like, oh, I had 37 Timmies, unsubscribe to the Patreon, they're so mad. And it's like, I'm sitting there watching a video like, okay, you called me a Timmy because I just don't see value in your Patreon. It's still, channel's good, supportable, but it's just, toxic negativity. Like, unless, you agree with him, then you're wrong or whatever. Right. And I'm not hurt about it or anything. I'm just saying, like, when you're that creative, you've built the channel, he's got almost 400,000 subscribers, and you're right, you got all these ideas and stuff like that, and like that's what you put out. It just, to me, I just don't agree with it, and that's just my feedback. Of course, I'm entitled to my opinion here or whatever, but I just want to come out and say that this hobby's awesome. This hobby opens a lot of opportunities. You don't need to just buy and hold for 10, 20, 30 years to get rich. I've taken up positions in the past 6 to 8 months, small, big, medium, in different sets and stuff like that, and it's been awesome. The performance has been great. Yes, it's a little challenging to offload certain products, and TCG Player takes their cut, or eBay this and stuff like that. Absolutely. But if you're really that passionate and you put in the time and energy, all I have to say is it's there, right? You got a lot of options on the table. That's why I really love this aspect of it, and of course the messaging behind the brand, which I'm a big advocate for, is have fun, enjoy, right? If you want to make money, you want to put time, that's fine. You want to collect, that's fine. You want to be just a viewer and a watch, that's fine. You want to just do the giveaways, that's fine. That's fine. There's right? There's something for everybody, and there's so much opportunity. And I can't say that for a lot of other industries, right? Like real estate, you need a lot of money to get into real estate comparatively. You can't just take $5 and then away you go and make an impact, or $100, even $1,000, $10,000 really. It can't do much, not for what you would expect for a return. But with Pokemon, $10,000, even for this Scarlet Violet, you can see it's right here. It's up 100%, right? And just in a matter of less than a year. So, I mean, the potential is really there, and I just want to keep the spirits high. I want to make sure that I cement that my ideology and my sort of aura and messaging for this channel is positivity, information, updates, strategies, investment stuff, giveaways, all these fun things. But it's based around the positivity and the love and the interest for Pokemon, the brand itself, and the messaging that it has behind it. If the brand of Pokemon went in a certain direction, certain kind of politically motivated way, or any of these kinds of things and stuff like that, honestly, just off of those principles, I may change, my involvement in the brand, because that would be extremely disappointing. There's not a lot of things in the world these days where the messaging is staying strong and true to itself and positive and all that kind of stuff. And it's not that Pokemon doesn't shy away from defeat or entering competition and Ash loses or in a battle and stuff like that. There's always setbacks, right? But it's and they don't avoid that, but they really push the positivity, and that's what I would like this channel to be about. I want to put out the good vibes, the positivity. So once again, I respect these guys. I'm not trying to be overly negative or anything like that. This is just my feedback on these guys' channels. I would encourage and I challenge them to do better. I challenge them to use their character to dig a little deeper, to find a better way to use all that creativity, all those resources, everything, and come out with better videos. It'd be awesome for the community. It'd be awesome for all of our young viewers. There's a lot of them, and for families, kids, all that kind of stuff, right? So I'll catch you guys in the next video. I still have some white flare, black bolt, white flare content coming out, and when Destiny Rivals comes out, I'll be covering that and the price updates as well too. And so we will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to check out the Tyranitar giveaways, because constantly giving out the cards that are pulled in those packs every single week. And the hit Tyranitar, when we hit it, I'll be giving that away too. It's about 225 ungraded. And so after that's done, we'll keep going with the giveaways to, of course, give back to the community. Appreciate your time. We'll see you guys in the next video.